Greeting Earthlings.
Big steal. The Palace is alive. Here comes Cecil Wallace. Smacks it up court. Who's there? David Hall. David Hall!
Look, and what happened a year ago when these North Penn Knights took on 10 seconds left. Jody Johnson goes all the way. Couldn't get in on the glass.
Jeremy Gray all alone. Slams it down. Jeremy Gray. David Hall. I did it again. I can't believe he did it again.
At the line.
Greenberg, a little giving go to Corey Kane. Reversal count it. Drives. Dishes to Dickens. Dunk. Oh, getting it back on the fast break all alone off the ground. Jameson spots up for the three. Patrick going baseline. Got the reverse and the foul.
Not anymore. We're going to be starting to measure. Comes up with it.
Won't take the shot over to Jameson. Jameson off the glass. Got it.
Jameson on the baseline. Inside Biagis.
4,000. That's it.
1,000 points for Kevin Biagis. History's made here tonight. We know you thought the day would never come, but you're not seeing things. NPTV Sports is back with more fat programming that keeps your head knocking. Tonight we start our season with Knights basketball versus the Redskins from Neshaminy. December 6, 1996, live on tape from the Palace at North Penn High School. Hope everybody's doing all right. I'm Joel Brown, back running the point tonight, along with the man who scuffed his Timbs on the streets of many tough cities, Khalil Martin. Khalil, how you doing, big man?
How you doing?
Doing all right. This is a new team, a real new team. We've got a new coach, a new system. Everything's pretty new this year.
This is good. They need a change. North Penn's looking for just as great a season they had last year. New coach brings in some more enthusiasm. Got enthusiastic players. They're out to have fun tonight.
Head coach Mike Fergus taking over the helm from Dave Torsani, who went to Abington. And we talked to Coach Fergus earlier in the week. Coach Fergus, of course, coming over from State College, converting their program over there into a winner. It's a whole different situation over here, though, really.
See, he comes into a system where winning is a tradition. He's got to uphold this tradition here, but with the team he's got, he can do it. I mean, he doesn't have much to work with. I mean, he's got great talent. He's just going to have to sit back and let these guys play.
Let's take it from Coach Fergus's mouth. Let's cut to Coach Fergus's interview we did earlier today.
Fergus, you're new to North Penn this year. How do you think your team's doing so far?
Well, I'm happy with our progress. We're 2-1 and putting in a whole new system of play, and it's going to take a little bit of time for the kids, but they've been working real hard, and I think given the tough schedule that we've played so far, 2-1 is a good mark, and we're hoping to better that tonight against Neshaminy.
What kind of outlook do you have for the Knights this season?
Well, I think we're going to be competitive all year. I feel like we should be in just about every game we play, and my goal is to get us ready towards the end of the year so we're playing our best basketball come playoff time.
Speaking of playoff time, this year, apparently your team is a little short in height. How do you think your team is going to rise up to the occasion and become taller in their playing?
Well, there's nothing we can do about the size of the kids in our program. I've never had the luxury of having a lot of big kids, so the system that we're running is designed to take advantage of the strengths that we have and to minimize our weaknesses. And there's nothing you can do about height, but you can counteract that by being aggressive defensively, pressing, running when the break is there, being patient on offense, and executing your offense. And that's we're going to try to concentrate on the things that we can do, and hopefully that'll be enough to take us pretty far.
What kind of expectations do you have for tonight's game against Neshaminy?
Neshaminy is a very good basketball team. They've got size, they've got skills, they've got athletic kids. They have a 6'10" center who'll probably be the biggest kid we'll play against all year. They're undefeated, they're 2-0, they won their tournament over the weekend. So I know that they'll be difficult, a good challenge for us, but we're improving and we're coming along and we're looking for a good, hard-fought game, and I think our chances will be all right.
You mentioned the 6'10" center. Are there any other key players that you need to look out for tonight on Neshaminy's team?
A guard by the name of Orchanak, who was made all-league last year, and another 6'4" kid that comes off the bench last year that was also a good player. His name escapes me, but they've got good depth. They've got 4 or 5 kids that can score, but Orchanak and the big kid are probably the 2 main weapons that they've got.
Now next week I believe you're playing Truman.
Right.
Truman and Lansdale Catholic. Any outlooks for next week's games right now?
Well, actually, we have 3 next week. We have Pennsbury, Truman, and Lansdale Catholic. So, we're really not looking past tonight. We're really trying to focus on getting the job done tonight. And then game by game, we'll get ready for those other games.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Back at the Palace. As you see, Mike Fergus very excited about his new year here at North Penn. Really going to try and change this team around. His new starters this year, Mike McKenna, the junior, 6 foot. Jay Jamison running the point again, his senior year. Sterling McNeil in the middle, his big center, probably the biggest man, and the biggest man on this team. We'll talk about that later. 6'3". This is a really short team. And Dave Hall, 6'3", junior, and Josh Hebner, 6'2", junior.
About the height, Sterling McNeil's going to have to step up with this rebounding category. When you don't have a very tall team, positioning is everything. And I'm sure Fergus is stressing that in the practices. Look for Sterling McNeil to hit those boards hard because he will be the man to do that tonight.
And in contrast, Neshaminy, which is a relatively tall team, starting off with number 21, Grant Sporney, a 6'5" senior. Evan Orchnik, the 6'1" senior. Number 14, Jason Alinsky, the 5'8" senior. And number 33, Baldur Olafsson, coming out of Reykjavik, Iceland, 6'10".
Have to put a body on that man.
Senior.
Yeah.
22, Adam Bahar, 5'11", the junior. Neshaminy, we might have a tough time tonight.
I say keep the big man off the glass. Establish yourself early. North Penn will be all right.
By the way, Neshaminy, the only loss last season for the North Penn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a tough game. I was there. I saw it. Played in it. We really, what happened, we came out a little lethargic. I want North Penn to come out nice and strong, establish the tempo early on. Therefore, Neshaminy's just going to have to catch up to them. That's the best way to attack them.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break before tip-off. We'll be back with tip-off next after this.
If you don't use his car seat, your child won't be disappointed. He'll be crushed. Sorry, Chip.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Use child safety seats.
Back at the Palace, Joe Brown, Khalil Martin, representing the way we like to do. We are back. Suburban 1 Intra-Division League play. It's going to be a good one. We got Morley Balaji. He's in the stands. He'll be giving us some insights after the quarters and at halftime. You know, Morley, he's always representing with some mad insight. Our statistician, Kyle Berger, I guess all the things we need to know. Neshaminy, one of the starters, Evan Orchnik, the 6'1" senior, all-team, first-team all-league last year.
He gave us some trouble last year. Quick, good ball handler. Got a nice shot. The team really looks to him as their leader. So he's the man to look out for.
And, of course, Baldur Olafsson. What are we going to do about that tonight?
Just put a body on him. When you have the smaller guys, put a body on them. Get them out of the game, basically.
Do you double team? Double team,
see what they're doing early on. Double team would be a little premature right now. Play them straight up, man. Just really put a body on them. Stay with them defensively.
Of course, the Knights come into this game 2-1 after losing the first game of the season at the Hatboro Horsham tip-off tournament to Germantown Academy. Really, it's just a flat game overall.
It was a flat game for the team, but we do see that Mike McKenna had an excellent game, scoring 24 points for the Knights. They need that. He's got an outside shot. Really, he told me that the defense on that team wasn't very good, and he found the openings in the zone. If they come out with the zone, look for Mike McKenna to slip into the gaps in the zone to hit those shots.
Jay Jamison really not stepping up that first game.
It took him a while to get going. They had some good defense for him. They look out for him in that he led the league in three-point field goals. They're going to be keying on Jay Jamison, so look for him to come out strong.
Of course, that next night on Saturday, they beat Hazleton 22-point blowout, and then they came back on Tuesday, beating Truman at Truman, a good game there. So 2 in a row. They're looking to make it 3 in a row here, as they are 2-1 on the season right now.
Keep the momentum rolling. That's all we got to do.
And a 6'1" senior, number 22, Jay Jamison.
North Penn players just introduced here at the Palace. They're getting ready. Whole new team here. We've got a whole bunch of new leaders. Biagas and Wallace are gone, putting the pressure on Jay Jamison and Sterling McNeil as the leaders of this team.
That's right.
Star-Spangled Banner from the Palace. Got a nice crowd tonight.
It's nice. It's good because it's a tradition in North Penn.
Yeah.
It's good.
But of course, we can never recreate the excitement that we had with Thunder and Lightning last year. Khalil Martin, Sterling McNeil. Khalil deciding not to come back this year.
This year was tough for me. I suffered an ankle injury. I broke my ankle about 3 weeks prior to the season. I was given a 6-week prognosis. Trials rolled around. My ankle wasn't ready. And I said, well, I'm going to have to involve myself with other things and attend the basketball as I can.
So he decided to be the newest member of the NPTV broadcast team.
Provide my services here.
Starters are out. And here's a surprise. We announced Josh Hebner was starting. Looks like they're starting Pistol Pete Christopa in his place.
And that's going to be key. Pete's a junior. He's got experience, played JV last year. They're just going to have to play tough. Pete is known for his defense. He's got great defense out there. Look for him to smother number 22.
Neshaminy controls the tip. Number 31, Evan Orchanik driving in right outside Olensky. Olensky outside versus Jamison. Here's Olensky getting called with a double dribble.
Little early game jitters right there. Let's see him calm down.
Just a few seconds into it, Mike Hauser takes it out. Gives it up to Jamison. We announced a couple wrong starters here. Dave Hall also not starting. Mike Hauser in his place.
We're seeing an open offense. We're looking at some motion. We've got Pete running the baseline. This is going to spread them out. It's going to give them some open shots.
Here's Sterling outside to McKenna. McKenna moving in right outside to Hauser. Hauser over to Pete Christopa. Christopa driving baseline. Gets fouled on his way en route. He'll step to the line for his first time tonight. 7:12 on the clock right now.
That was nice. It's good to see Pete's added a different dimension to his game this year. Last year I saw he was a nice jump shooter. He's added that nice drive to the basket. And that's going to be vital for North Penn this year.
Walking by the scores table right now, Jay Joseph, the only freshman on the nights. He plays JV right now, but we may see him on varsity this season sometime.
I think we will. He's got some potential. He's got talent. I've seen him at the courts a lot. Got height. It's great. Future of North Penn right there.
Christopa 2 for 2 at the line. 2-0 North Penn. 7:10 on the clock.
They're running a full court trap here.
Here's
trying to dictate the tempo of the game. Try to throw him off.
Olensky missed it with a stop and pop. Here's Jamison. McKenna finds him. Over on the right. Here comes Hauser. Back over to Jamison. Jamison fakes. Over to Christopa. Back over to Jamison. Jamison will slow it down with 5:50 on the clock. Jamison up top. Over to McKenna. McKenna will try the three. That's his shot. Can't make it. Christopa touches back to Neshaminy.
Christopa's showing great hustle out there. That's why he's out there. He's going to give it 100% all times he's on the court. That's great to see.
Got to earn that starting spot.
Exactly. We've got a problem with the ball. Officials are looking at the ball.
The Neshaminy coach is joking. Let's start the game over.
I know he'd like to take those 2 points back.
Here's Grant Sporny inbounding. Hauser. Here's Adam Bahar. Bahar double team. Back over to Sporny. Sporny looking long. Skip into Olensky. Olensky by himself. Easy. 2 now with 6:32 on the clock. Here's Jay Jamison bringing it up for the Knights.
What you just saw there is what the full court gives up. It gives up to the long pass down court. You've got one man trying to guard two. It's difficult.
Here's McNeil up top. Sterling driving. Back over to Hauser. Hauser spinning out of trouble. Driving baseline. Stops. Pops. Air ball. And number 22, Adam Bahar comes down with it. Back. Oh. Here's Grant Sporny. Foul.
That's interesting. The official first signal for an offensive foul there. He changed to a blocking call midway.
Here's Grant Sporny, his first time at the line tonight. Neshaminy can take the lead on this as we're tied at 2 right now. 6:08 on the clock.
Sporny gave us trouble last year. He was well scouted for, yet he came out and had a big game against us in our only loss during the regular season. Look for him tonight.
Sporny 1 for 2 with the line. McNeil coming down, guarded by Olafson. God, he's big.
Yes, he is. Sterling's going to have a tough time tonight, but I'm sure with position work, he can do it.
Well, you know, that's Big Mac out there.
Yep, yep.
Here's McKenna. McKenna back over to Kristopa. Kristopa on the reversal.
Running
Back
nice
out to
weave.
Hauser. Hauser driving on the
baseline.
baseline.
Has
Spinning
nowhere.
out to McKenna. McKenna coming back around. McKenna goes out to Pete. Back over to Jamison. Jamison looking for the play. Here comes, finds McNeil. McNeil playing in the backcourt. He'll go back out. Here comes Hauser. Hauser over to Kristopa. Kristopa driving back toward the point. Back over to Hauser. Hauser looking, finds Jamison. Jamison coming back over to Kristopa. Kristopa driving baseline. And he is fouling.
That's interesting to see. North Penn is running a nice weave type of motion offense. This is new to them from last year. But really what it's doing is Neshaminy isn't getting up on the ball, and therefore they're giving up this baseline. And that's why you've seen Kristopa drive twice to the baseline.
Here's McKenna. Back over to Kristopa. Kristopa back to McKenna. McKenna's grounded by Sporny. Back over to Kristopa. Inside to McNeil. McNeil triple team back out to Hauser. Hauser over to Jamison. Back over to McKenna. McKenna looks at the three. Stops out and rolls. Kristopa on the left side. Back over to Jamison. Jamison looking. Trying to look for the play here. Knights looking a bit confused out there on offense.
They're showing them zone. They're not getting a three. Quick reversals are going to get them their open threes that they're looking for. It's a nice modified 2-3.
Here's Jamison. Back over to McKenna. McKenna back to Jamison. Jamison over to Hauser. Hauser looks for Kristopa. Kristopa inside to McNeil. McNeil gets it out to McKenna, who puts it back over to Kristopa. Back to Jamison. Jamison over to McKenna. McKenna looks, finds Jamison. Jamison fakes the three, drives in. Tries to get it into Kristopa. Kristopa, nice move. Can't get it to drop. McNeil taps it back in for two. 4-3 right now with 4:27.
That was nice. That was the backdoor cutting of North Penn, what they're going to be famous for this year.
Here's Adam Bahar. Bahar versus Kristopa. McNeil gets a hand in his face. Can't get the shot to drop. Knights came back down with it. McNeil with the rig. Here comes Jamison. Jamison will bring it back up. We're seeing a new type of play calling for the Knights this year with the hand signals and tapping of the faces and the hooting and hollering and all that type of stuff. We'll see that. It'll get more interesting.
But what's staying the same is Jay is communicating with Coach. He'll take a glance back at Coach. He's running what Coach wants to run, and that's good. Open communication.
Here's McKenna. Finds McNeil. Back over to Hauser. Hauser will shoot the three. Got it. Mike Hauser, his first points of the game from three-point line. 7-3 right now with the 4-point lead. 3:38 on the clock. Here comes Evan Orchnik driving in. Finds his man. Baldur Olofsson got it. The 6'10 senior from Reykjavik, Iceland, I should say. Baldur Olofsson, his first 2 points of the game. 7-5 right now with 3:21 on the clock. Here's McKenna. McKenna guarded on the right side. Driving in. Stops. Pops. Can't get it. Neshaminy comes back down with it. Here comes Sporny. Sporny driving into Olofsson. Olofsson looking off the glass. That's an easy two for him. He'll get that all night if the Knights don't do something.
They're going to have to start getting back. Really, we're seeing them grab the rebound and pushing that fast break. They're really a fast breaking team this year.
On that Olofsson 2, it makes it 7-7 with 2:51 on the clock. Here's Sterling up top.
If North Penn doesn't get back, they're going to get killed all night with that play.
Here's Kristopa. Over to Hauser. Hauser looks at the three, back over to Jamison. Jamison at the top, guarded by Orchnik. Over to Kristopa. Open three for Kristopa. Can't get it. Orchnik comes down with it, gives it up to Sporny. Sporny over to Orchnik. Orchnik will take it up for Neshaminy. Here's Olinsky. Back over to Olofsson. Olinsky finds himself looking out of trouble. Fouled by McNeil. Shot doesn't drop. Number 14, Jason Olinsky, the 5'8 senior point guard, will take the two shot. First substitution of the game, Dave Hall coming in for Mike Hauser. No, coming in for Hauser, yes. Surprised that Hall wasn't starting tonight.
That's true. Coach's decision. Coach always has the last say, but Dave adds a new dimension to this game. Nice pull-up jump shooter. He's got a nice slashing dribble. So look for him to do that tonight. Get in the gaps of this 2-3 zone that Neshaminy's come out with.
Here's Olinsky at the strike. That's the first. That'll make it 8-7 Redskins with 2:23 on the clock.
You got a lane violation.
Eight-7 now Redskins with 2:23 on the clock. Here's Pete Christopher bringing it up for the Knights. Over to McNeil on the left side, rolls out, gives it up to Jamison. Jamison guarded by Orchnik. Over to McKenna. McKenna rolls out, back over to Christopher. Christopher looks, can't find it as Dave Hall to go out.
We're seeing a lot of cutting into the lane. North Penn is having a little problem with their spacing right now and a little miscommunication. Other than that, looking all right.
Here comes trips over the play. Chris Pistol, Pete finding himself all alone, got the layup.
We're staying with the press.
1:48 on the clock, 9-8 now, North Penn. Sterling with the little hustle trying to get in there, gets called for the foul.
In Sterling's position right there, he's trying to anticipate where the next pass is. He's staying one pass away.
John Brooker coming into the game now for Sterling McNeil as he gets his first foul of the game. John Brooker, a new face to the varsity team coming out. He played JV last year.
Yes, he did. Brooker had a nice inside game last year. Stay down on that block, see if he can translate that to the varsity game.
Real leader out there on the court.
Yeah.
Redskins call for the travel. They turn it over back to North Penn as they lead by 9-8 with 1:32 on the clock.
That's a credit to North Penn's position defense, getting there before the ball handler can get there, and he's forced to travel. It's great.
Here's Jamison bringing it up. Into the front court. Picked. Jamison for the three. Can't get on his first try of the game. Olenski coming up over to Olsen. Olsen stops. Nice great Sporny. Over to Orchnik. Orchnik drains the two.
They're getting down the floor quickly. Neshaminy is. And North Penn just needs to get back. Needs to get back and play solid defense.
Redskins take the lead on that. 10-9 now with 59 seconds on the clock. Here's Jamison backing in. Jamison stops in the middle, looking, want the walk from the Redskins. Here's Hall calling the play. Jamison calling for it.
They might look for just one shot. They've got 40 seconds.
There's Brooker.
They're on the attack. They're on the attack.
Christopher inside to Jamison. Jamison in the middle, driving in, takes the shot, gets the foul. He'll step to the line.
That's also the new look for North Penn, having Jay in the high post. He's a little taller. He's a tall point guard, taller than other guards he's going to meet in the league. And he's able to post them up and make something happen from the top of the post.
Coming in for Christopher is Josh Hebner, number 42, and the Redskins making their first substitution.
Dick.
Number 42.
Slide over more, tell him.
Number 32, rather. Cass Thomas. Jamison not making his first shot.
That's where Jay just got to get in the rhythm. Excellent foul shooter. Excellent concentration down the stretch.
Jamison 1 for 2 at the line. 10-10 now. 28 seconds left on the clock. Redskins may try for last.
They needed a hold from this last. Oh, he's going right at it.
Here's Orchnik. Can't get it. Baldor saves it. It'll go back to the Redskins. 15 seconds on the clock. Orchnik goes out, inbounding. Finds Bahar. Bahar outside to Orchnik. Orchnik up top. Gets the deuce. 12-10 now. Redskins take the lead. Knights will play for last shot. 5 seconds on the clock. Better do it fast. Here's Hebner driving baseline reversal. Got it. That should be the last play of the game. He'll tie it up. 12-12. Nice even first quarter.
What a way to end the quarter. Knights rally. Stay right with it. Get it right down the court. Quick right to Hebner. Nice reverse layup.
As I said earlier, Morley Balaji is standing by in the stands with his take on the first quarter. Morley, what's going on? We don't have Morley right now. A little technical difficulties. Sorry about that.
But this is good to see. North Penn, this first half, they're showing us their new offense. We've got a nice weave motion. They just have a little problem with the spacing, but it's early in the season. Get the kinks worked out. We'll see Jay in the high post, making things happen from the high post, and people just slashing on the baseline. Just Neshaminy's leaving it wide open.
Nice even first quarter. As we come out for the second, we're tied at 12. McKenna, Jamison, Hebner, Brooker, and Hall coming back out for the Knights. Knights ball, Jamison inbounding to McKenna. We're underway. Here's Jamison over to Hebner. Hebner rolling up top. Jamison tries for the three. Can't get it. Cass Thomas coming down with the rebound for the Redskins. Here comes Orchnik. Orchnik spinning out of trouble. Over to Alensky. Alensky double team. Back out to Orchnik. Orchnik up top. Over to number 23. Back over to Sporny. Sporny looking. Sporny almost picked off. And the Redskins get the shot. Number 23, Mark Schwab with the 14-12 now. Redskins with 7:26 on the clock. Mark Schwab, of course, starting the second quarter.
As of right now, North Penn on defense has just gotta stay with their man-to-man. They're missing out. They're having a little miscommunications on the man-to-man, and they're missing their man, leaving people open.
There's Dave Hall over to Brooker. Brooker over to Jamison. Jamison finds Hebner. Hebner on the left side gets called for the travel. Josh Hebner, his first turnover after coming in. That'll give it back to the Redskins as they lead by 14-12 with 7:05 on the clock.
North Penn is still in this full court press. Look at this. They're just going man-to-man.
That's one thing Coach said they would try tonight is the press as one way to try to stop them.
On that one, you got to do, all you young basketball players out there, try to influence to the sideline. Mike McKenna just slipped him right there. If you can influence, you control the ball handler. He does not control you.
Even on the airwaves, Khalil Martin tutoring the young players.
Yeah. It's always great to have this upcoming talent. We know we're watching these different programs here. This is great for them.
I'm sure you're going to start doing Boys Club commercials after a while.
Yeah.
Here's Grant Sporny at the strike.
Well, Mike McKenna is known for his defense. Excellent defensive player. He's got to not overcommit himself on the defense when he's influenced, but definitely influenced.
Sporny, 1 for 2 at the line, 15-12. Redskins with the 3-point lead, 5:50 on the clock. Mike McKenna calling the play. Over to Jamison. Jamison finds the three, can't get it. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, but Jamison gets his own rebound. Here's Jamison, slowing it down. 6:35 on the clock. Over to Hebner. Hebner driving baseline outside to McKenna. McKenna finds Hall. Hall driving in, spinning in the middle, slicing. Cass Thomas got a piece of it. Jamison gets the rebound. Here's Jamison, 4-3, got it.
Very nice, very nice.
Jamison ties it up in one fell swoop, 15-15 now with 5:18 on the clock. Evan Orchnik outside to Sporny. Sporny over to Thomas. Thomas! Foul call in the backcourt, John Brooker.
They're really overcommitting themselves up the court. They've got to get back on defense. That's what's killing them right now.
That foul wasn't called. Cass Thomas had the easy, too.
Yes, yeah. It was a good foul, but that's not what you want because that will start adding up as the game progresses.
Score tied 15. Evan Orchnik driving by. Over to Sporny. Sporny stops, pops, can't get it. Here's Jamison coming down with the rebound. 5:59 on the clock. Jamison up top versus Orchnik calling the play. Looking over at Fergus. Over to McKenna. McKenna looks at the three. Back out to Jamison. Jamison tries the three. Steps in. Back out to McKenna. McKenna driving in. Slicing to it. Got it. 17-15. Nice play there by Mike McKenna.
That was nice. Mike McKenna slashing to the hole. They need that. Just get the zone a little off kilter. It's great. It's great.
Here's Evan Orchnik bringing it into the front court. Orchnik driving by. Back over to Sporny. Sporny. That's for three. Don't count it. Here's Cass Thomas with the rebound. Call for the travel as he found himself in trouble, guarded by two white shirts there. .5:19 on the clock. Knights up to 17-15 with 5:16 on the clock.
They're getting their motion. They're setting up this motion. This nice weave, pass, cut through, pass, cut through. This is what's going to open it. And when you have a defender overplaying you, you just do a nice backdoor cut as Dave Hall just did.
Dave Hall missing the shot there. Here comes Orchnik. Redskins looking to tie.
We're really not seeing this famed North Penn defense assert itself as of yet, but we will. We will.
17-15, 4:45 on the clock. Technical foul called on Neshaminy.
We had a technical foul. Too many players on the court for Neshaminy. Jay James will be shooting the foul shots. Early season miscommunications out there.
You know, the Redskins coaches are looking at that.
He's a little upset right now. You can't just give away points, especially a team like North Penn. They'll make you pay for it, as Jay will on the foul line here.
Jameson 2 for 2 on the technical shot. 19-15. North Penn up 4 now. 4:45 on the clock. North Penn with the ball. Jameson outside to McKenna.
Neshaminy's extended their defense to force the issue. Hopefully won't give them any more threes to Jay Jameson. That's what their intentions are. But they have extended their defense beyond the three-point arc. Now they're back in their 2-3.
Here's John Brooker looking, making something in the middle, cutting to the base, and the shot! John Brooker with the shot and the foul.
Nice move. That was a nice move. Good
was a nice move. John Brooker, as I said, a first-year starter from the varsity team, coming off. Some good stuff. You like that, don't you? Khalil Martin a little jealous of the skills of John Brooker.
It's come a long way since JV. That's great.
That's great. Is that it? I think Khalil's a little upset that John Brooker might be taking his place as the second team of Thunder and Lightning.
Hey, he deserves the role. He deserves the title. That was an excellent move.
Whatever you say, big man. You just keep doing those Boys Club commercials. Everything will be all right. 21-15 your score right now. 4:28 on the clock. Calm down, big man. Everything's fine.
It's JB. I'm sure what Mr. Fergus, the North Penn coach, is stressing is get back on defense. That's what's been killing the Knights so far, and reverse this ball on offense quickly and crisply just to open up these shots that North Penn can get because of this 2-3 zone.
(21-15) your score now as John Brooker is at the line looking to complete the three-point play here. Could give the Knights here a 7-point lead. Can't get it. John
Got
Brooker
a hustle,
fighting.
got it on the ground. Jump ball. Here we go. Jump ball.
Holding on. Jump ball. They'll give it back to the Redskins, though. Nice hustle there.
Brooker's showing a lot of hustle. That's why he's out there. You hustle, you play in the Fergus system.
Eugene Pavlik coming out for the Redskins. Adam Bahar, the starter, coming back in. Here's Bahar, double teamed in the backcourt, looking. Finds Sporny. Sporny fouled. Looks like McKenna will get it. Jameson, rather, called for the foul.
See, on that, Jameson was the anticipator on that play. As we call the player one pass from the ball. Sterling was that player before. You just got to get there before the ball does, and Jay didn't, and he reached, and he got called for the foul.
Here's Bahar. Oh, the ball door. Olafson blocked by McKenna.
Dave Hall went up for that attempt. There you go.
Dave Hall called for the foul, but you got to give it up for him for even coming near one of the 6'10" Olafson
That shows a lot
shots.
of heart. Afraid of no one out there. It's a wonder Olafson didn't slam that one down. It looked like it was an alley-oop attempt. There we go.
So, I think any pass to ball to Olafson looks like an alley-oop.
Looks like an alley-oop. It's up there. Next atmosphere we got up there. You know.
Didn't think he was going to catch it at first.
No, I didn't.
But the Icelander surprising all of us.
Yeah. Got a nice touch from the foul line, though.
Nice. 2 for 2 at the line. 21-17. Knights have it back. Dave Hall harassed in the backcourt.
Look up.
Gives it up to Jameson.
Look up.
Jameson over to Heebner. Heebner slicing on the baseline. That'll be 2:23-17. 4 minutes left to play.
Again, North Penn's not getting back on defense, and they're paying. They need to get below the ball.
They paid for it that time as Cass Thomas was down there. He got the shot. North Penn fouling. He'll try to complete the three-point play here.
what coaches stress continually, what I heard in practice continually last year, on the fast break, get to the block, sprint to the block, because there's usually a man waiting there just for an easy pass like that, as you saw when we get an attempt on a three-point play here.
Josh Ebner coming out for the Knights. Pete Christopa, the starter, coming back in. Cass Thomas at the line, looking to complete the three-point play. It's 23-19 here. Redskins looking for 20. They do. 23-20 now. North Penn once up 6. Redskins have cut that lead in half. It's 23-20 right now. North Penn. Call for the double dribble.
Jay was trying to force the issue. A good point guard will try to break this press, but the best way out of the press is passing.
Knights making some crucial mistakes here. Redskins looking to capitalize on those. Here's Orchnik driving in, slices to the basket, can't get it. Bad shot. Here comes Hall. Hall will call the play. Gives it up to Jamison before entering the front court. Here's a bouncer over to Christopa. Christopa looking, crossing over is Brooker. Brooker over top, back up to Jamison. Jamison will look, back over to Hall. Hall spins back, can't get out of trouble. Here comes Brooker. Jamison over to Christopa. Christopa guarded by Cass Thomas. Comes up. Here's John Brooker rolling back over to Hall. Hall looks, can't. Christopa comes back up and helped by McKenna. Here comes McKenna rolling back up to the top, finds Brooker. Brooker finds Jamison. Jamison will come back to the point with 3:04 on the clock.
We're just buying some time right now. They're running into a set play now.
Here's Jamison.
Jay's going to have to reset it. He's going to have to reset it.
Didn't work inside. Here comes trying to get the pick from Brooker.
Come on now. Let's sloppy with the ball here. Oh, that's good hustle. That's good hustle. And, and we got a jump ball. Now you can't, no matter how you're trying to slow down the ball. We've got a little skirmish out there. All right, keep it cool, folks.
Temper's flaring. Pistol Pete Christopa showing his bad side.
This is hustle versus hustle. That's what happens. It's good. You're showing some heart out there. That's really good.
Nice close game. Like I said, this is not last year's team. This is not last season. It was like a blowout every time at the Palace.
They're going to have to work for every single one.
They're going to work hard
Not that we didn't work last year. It's just a different look this year.
David Hall coming out. Mike Hauser coming in. .239 on the clock. Knights up 3.
So he's trying to get a clear out on him. And he's going to give it up to Pete.
There's McKenna, guarded by Bahar. Outside to Jameson. 2:25 on the clock. Jameson rolling on the left side.
Joel, with a lot of these great teams out here, as North Penn is a great team, they're a young team now, but they will get up to that status. You've got to have a little more communication. I don't hear much talking out there. That's very important. You've got to let your teammates know what you're going to do and what you want them to do. And they just need to talk a little bit more.
Here's Jamison with the juice. Got it. 25-20. Orchnik harassed in the backcourt. Here comes Sporny. Sporny driving in. Stops. Pops. Can't get it to drop. Jay Jamison comes down with the rebound. 1:49 on the clock. 25-20 North Penn. Here comes Hauser. Hauser back up to McKenna. McKenna fakes the 3. He's called for the travel. They'll turn it back over to the Redskins with 1:38 on the clock.
You know, as a second-year varsity player, Kendra's going to have to calm down a little bit. Really just his ideas are getting ahead of his feet, and that's where you get the travel.
Did you have a talk with him at halftime, big man?
I'll try.
Okay. 1:33 on the clock. Here's Evan Orchnik, guarded by Mike McKenna.
Mike's very active on defense. Look at the hand positioning, but again, you got to get below the ball.
Olafson. That's what we talked about earlier.
Get below the ball. You guys say, you got to imagine an imaginary line. Go in the plane of the ball and get below that line, and you won't give up those easy baskets under the basket.
Anyone who tries to guard him underneath just gets called for the foul.
Yeah, you've really got to deny him the ball. He can't get it because we don't have any Michael Jordan Skyers out here. We have some just position defense we got to play because this 6'11", is he 6'11"?
6'10".
6'10", 6'11". This man, he gets it. It's money in the basket.
18 fouls already on North Penn. Here's Mike Hauser. Over to McKenna. McKenna up top. Gives up to Christopa. Christopa rolling up. Back over to Hauser. Hauser will shoot the tray. Counter. Mike Hauser's second three of the game. 28-22 now with just under a minute to play in the first half. Here comes Orchinick, harassed, double teamed by Kristopa, and Hauser gets it over to Sporny. Sporny inside to Thomas. Thomas on the baseline, gets it in for two. Nice shot there by Cass Thomas. 24-28, 43 seconds left to play. Here comes Jay Jamison. Jamison over to Kristopa, back over to Jamison. Jamison will call the play. Inside, Brooker looking. Back out to Kristopa. Kristopa gives it up to Hauser. Hauser will slow it down, finds McKenna on the right side. Here's McKenna back out to Hauser. Hauser looks at the three, moves in, drives. He'll take the shot.
Oh, there's some
spin it in.
contact on that one. They need to call that. They need to really call that.
Here comes Evan Orchinick with 17 seconds. Redskins might hold for last shot here. They're down 4. Mike McKenna playing the heavy D. Orchinick winning that killer crossover. High.
The crossover and the pull-up.
Sporty puts it back in. And that is it for the first half here at the Palace. A hard-fought first half. It's 28-26 at the Palace. North Penn up 2 now. What was your thoughts on that?
I say North Penn, what's keeping this game close is their inability to get below the ball on these transitional plays. North Penn giving up good 6 points just to the big man, in that they haven't gotten the position on him, and if he gets the ball, it's money in the basket, being 6'11". We don't have guys over here that can stop that. But other than that, North Penn, they're playing a nice motion offense. It's keeping the floor spread. You're seeing a nice pass, cut, weave. As I said before, when the players, if they get overplayed, they're taught to send the signal and go back door. We've seen that a few times as North Penn's driven the baseline a few times. Hauser's great at that. Josh Heaver did that a few times. And so did Pete Kristopa. Great job doing that. It's money in the basket when that happens.
If I am correct, our technical difficulties have been repaired, and we can go to Morley Balaji. He's out there somewhere in the Palace. I'm not sure. Morley.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, as you see, Mike Hauser had a great first half. And I'm with Mr. Scott Hauser, who's a teacher at the North Penn School District, and he's obviously a very proud father. As you also know, Mike is the younger brother of Jen Hauser, one of the all-time greats in North Penn High School basketball for the North Penn Maidens girls basketball team. Now, watching the first half, Mr. Hauser, what do you think Mike's strengths are on the court?
Well, first off, I think he plays very good defense, and he's pretty quick off the ball, and he's been making some pretty nice passes, and every so often he can shoot that three-pointer, so those are the main things that he does.
Now, is there a bit of a sibling rivalry between Mike and Jen? Does Mike feel that he may be living in the shadow of his older sister?
Well, if you ask his sister will tell you that she's a better basketball player.
Now, how about these sibling basketball games? Does Jen give some pointers to her younger brother? Do they play a lot?
Mostly what they did is to see who could foul the other one the hardest. There weren't many baskets.
Well, what do you look for now, personally, from the team in the second half?
Well, I expect them to take the ball to the hoop a little more. I think they had some success taking it against the big man. And hopefully they'll keep their outside shots going, too. And good defense, definitely.
Okay, you heard it from the player's dad, folks. Back to JB and Khalil.
Thanks a lot. Morley Balaji in the stands all game. He'll be there. We'll check in with him later. Talking to Mr. Hauser, part of the Hauser dynasty on North Penn Sports.
Talk about dynasties. Just had a glimpse of Biagas, Shelly Biagas, Kevin Biagas' older sister's in attendance tonight. Hope everything's well with her. But North Penn, they're playing hard, and that's going to pay off in the long run. As long as they can cut down on some of these turnovers with the traveling, not getting below the ball, nice fouling on the full court press, they'll be all right. They're going to do fine. Look for that second half.
All right, thanks a lot. We've got 5:59 till the third quarter. We're going to go for a quick break. Joe Brown and Khalil Martin, Morley Balaji will all be back from the Palace in a minute. Stay with us.
Only you
can prevent forest fire. And it's true. We know we can count on you to do what Smokey says.
Drown your campfires with water. Make sure it's totally wet. Then stir and drown again.
We know we can count on you to do what Smokey says.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
It's only a little motor oil.
What difference is one drop of paint going to make?
This much fertilizer isn't going to pollute anything.
You're looking at a sea of excuses, created drop by people like you and me. Our waters can be saved if each of us does their part. Drop by drop. If we all do a little, we can do a lot. Brought to you by the Natural Resources Defense Council, the EPA, and the Ad Councils of the U.S. and Japan.
We are back at the Palace. Joe Brown representing with the man Khalil Martin. 28-26 at a half. Big first half, as we said at the break. Jay Jamison leading all scores with 8 points. Actually tied with leading all scores with Big Baldur Ollison, 8 points in all. Jay Jamison leading his team 4 rebounds and 1 assist and a foul with his 33% shot percentage.
Exciting first half, really up-tempo. Good running fast break. Look for an exciting second half.
Starting off the first half here, Sterling McNeil back. That's number 21, Grant Sporny, tying the game at 28. 7:42 on the clock.
Yeah, it's important with a bigger team to box out on that last sequence. We didn't see a good box out, good strong box out. Get your feet planted. You'll get these rebounds.
Here's Sterling. Back outside to Pete.
He's got to watch that. It's close to a travel there, buddy.
Jamison looking back out to McNeil. I'm sorry, I forgot his name.
I don't know, but just from what I've known about Sterling's game, he's most effective closer in the basket. I don't know if Coach wants those outside jumpers.
Cass Thomas with the 2. That'll give the Redskins the lead, 30-28 now.
Going back to their motion weave. Backdoor cutting. Look at this. We need more spacing. Look at this spacing. This is not good spacing out there for North Penn to be effective. Jay's just trying to take it himself.
Here's Jay looking.
He's taking on the whole team himself. He can't do that. He can't do that. He can't win the game for North Penn. It's going to have to be a team effort.
North Penn struggling as the second half starts. 30-28 right now, 6:34 on the clock. Evan Orchinick versus McKenna on the right side. Back out to Bahar. Bahar cutting in outside to Thomas. Thomas fakes the 2, looks out to Orchinick. Orchinick versus McKenna inside to Ollison. Ollison almost stolen by McNeil. Ollison on that old sky hook.
You know, that's not an effective shot for him. He's so big, he needs to turn, face that basket, and take a good shot. The sky hook isn't going to be good for him.
He could have moved in a couple steps
exactly.
on that shot.
And it's interesting to see, though, this year, Jay Jameson stepped himself up as a rebounder. We see him grabbing a couple boards here. Last year, that wasn't the case. We had the big Jason Wallace and Kevin Biagas hitting those boards.
Yeah, we've seen him getting on a whole lot of new rolls this
He's going to have to. He's going to have to.
Here's Jamison from outside. That's
nice
his
shot.
old roll, and
That's
he's still doing
shot.
it well. 31-30 now. North Penn gets the lead back. As Orchinick driving in off the fast break. Got it in for 2.
But we're having problems getting back on defense. I can't stress that enough.
Still problems with the hustle with the Knights.
It's a matter of being able to release and seeing where the ball's going on the fast break and getting to that right position.
Neshaminy takes the lead back on this teeter-totter, 32-31, 5:32 on the clock. Jamison spots for the 3, back out to McNeil. McNeil looking back door to Jamison. Jamison cutting in, driving outside McKenna. McKenna looks, wants to find Sterling. Sterling backs up, slow it down, harassed by Sporny. Jamison will slow it down, call the play.
Jay looks a little exasperated, but when he sees things aren't working, as the leader he is, he slows it down, sets it up, gets some composure out there. That's good.
Good stuff. Here's
true leader.
Jameson driving in,
good
slicing,
drive. Nice
got
drive.
the fat ball for the travel.
That's a tough call. I'm not sure if that ref really saw that. I think he was anticipating the walk, but Jay did not put that third step down. He didn't. Little times referees get a little whistle happy and try to anticipate the call, and they can't do that. They've got to see it first.
32-31, Redskins. 4:54
Good position
on the
by
clock.
Costopa.
Sporny got it back outside to Bahar, inside to Ollison. Ollison almost slammed it down.
I'm sorry.
It's blocked by the rim.
I've got a strength program he can get on to get some jumps. Oh, Pete, calm down, Pete. Calm down, Pete. Ollison's got to Oh, boy. Boy.
Christopa, a little trigger happy there, gets called for the travel, turns it back over to the Redskins. As you were saying about that Khalil Martin training program.
He can get on one of my training programs, he'll be dunking in no time.
Adam Bahar.
Being 6'11", it's a little funny not to see him dunk that one down.
Adam Bahar got the deuce, giving the Redskins the 4-point lead now, 35-31, as they have pulled away.
McKenna's looking for that three. He's got a nice stroke.
Can't get it to go. McNeil rushing in, can't get the rebound. They'll give it back to Neshaminy with 4:12 on the clock. Knights take a well-needed timeout as they have just come out really flat here in the second half.
They've come out flat. It could be just the coldness of the half, but I think they're just still getting beaten on the fast break, and they're really just they're getting outplayed right now. That's all there is to it. And the turnovers, they've got to cut down on those turnovers. Just compose yourself, get yourself in the three-point stance, in that you can either pass, shoot, or drive, and your feet will be under you, and you won't be having the problem with traveling, as we've seen the Knights have been plagued with tonight.
You think, is it time for the Knights to keep all their starters in, or start to see more bench play?
I don't see people, they don't look winded. We just got off the break. No one's winded yet. It's just a matter of executing what they're told to do. And I'm sure coach is telling them, just execute our offense, look for the drive and kick. They're going to get the three-point shots, as Jay Jamison will get, as he got one right this second half.
The Knights coming back out. New coach Mike Fergus, giving his team the new look.
I talked to some of the players, and they say it's a relaxed environment. They work hard. They're expected to work. And it's just great to see that these guys are really having fun as they're playing, and people are getting equal opportunity to play. You produce, you play.
Redskins rushing the shot. Knights will get it back. Here's McKenna. Over to Hauser. Hauser fakes a three inside to McNeil. McNeil moving in the middle. Can't get his shot to go. Olafson comes down with the heavy rebound. Bounces it over to Sporny. Here comes Evan Orchnik.
I'd stop trying to harass the rebounder and just try to get back on defense. They need to key on that right now.
I saw that too. Here comes Orchnik. Stops, pops, can't get it.
Orchnik's been a little flat.
Offensive rebound. Sporny and the foul.
You gotta travel.
No, call for the travel. Grant Sporny will turn it back over to the Knights.
That last sequence you saw North Penn harassing the big man inside. You really just got to let that rebounder go and get back. Olafson, he's not going to let go of that ball.
Here's McKenna, rolling back up top, 3:20 on the clock. Christopa, back over to Big Mac up top.
It's interesting not to see Dave Hall out there. I'm sure he can slash through this defense they're throwing at them.
Very true.
This backdoor cutting is not effective against Neshaminy, who's doing a good job of staying below the ball. Neutralize the backdoor cut the entire time.
That was something they were worried about.
It's wide open for you, Sterling.
Here comes Sterling again. Sterling back outside to Pete. Pistol Pete driving in outside to McKenna. McKenna for Jamison. Jamison open three. Can't get it to drop. And Baldur Olafson coming down with the rebound. 2:39 on the clock. North Penn down 4, 31-35.
I'm sure Jay wants to shoot the three, but I'm not sure that quick flick is what he was looking for.
Here's Cass Thomas in the middle. Stop, pops, got it. 37-31. North Penn falling behind here. 2:24 on the clock.
They're going to try to slow it down. This year, North Penn's going to be a little slower paced team. They're going to try to control the tempo of the game, not rush things. Last year, more of a fast break oriented team.
Here's Sterling on the baseline, outside to Hauser. Hauser up top to Christopa. Christopa, foul up top. Foul called on Evan Orchnik.
Orchnik holding on Jay Jamison. He's holding him, and Jay's thanking the ref for that one. That's good.
North Penn will get it back. And here's your man, Dave Hall, coming in for Mike Hauser with 1:59 left in the third quarter.
Let's see this dimension he adds to the game. We'll see him try to slash to the hole. Come on, Dave. Let's slash to the hole.
Jamison inside to Christopa. Christopa fakes the three on the right side, back out to Hall.
It's interesting to see. It's interesting to see. You see this a well-defined 2-3. You got a traveling, a carry on Dave Hall, but this 2-3 was they immediately shifted into that 2-3 as Dave comes into the game because they do know he is a slashing threat.
So Dave Hall comes in and turns it over real quick, called on the carry. Little Allen Iverson problem there.
Yeah, hey, he was plagued with that in high school too.
Here comes Adam Bahar with the deuce, can't get it.
Jay hitting the boards again.
Coming up high on that one. Yeah. Knights trying to slice into that 6-point Neshaminy lead, 1:32 on the clock. Here's Jay Jamison up top. Gets the pick from Sterling. Spinning around, back out to McKenna. Tipped by Cass Thomas. McKenna comes back up with it.
They look a little, I'm getting the idea that they're feeling a little intimidated out there, not really attacking. You can't win a basketball game holding the ball when you're down. You've got to attack their weaknesses, attack this zone, the space in the zone.
They're running that same offense they were running when they were up.
Yeah, I'm surprised coach hasn't made any adjustments yet.
Here's Evan Orchnik.
Good hustle, Sterling.
Sterling getting a hand in there, and harassment. They'll give it back to Redstone.
That was good hustle. Good hustle from behind. Nice tip from behind, Sterling. He put his body on the line. He's coming up a little shaken, but he's tough. He'll be all right.
Still Neshaminy ball. 55 seconds left in the third quarter.
Sterling getting a little vocal out there. That's good as a senior. Oh, look up, guys. Okay.
Neshaminy turning it over. Here comes Jamison. Up top, 47 seconds on the clock. Pistol Pete had the open three, gives it up to Jamison. Jamison driving in, slicing toward the basket, got the foul. Knights down 6. Jay Jamison will step to the strike, shooting 2 with 41 seconds on the clock.
See, that time you saw Jay give a nice fake to the right and drove left because he was in his triple threat position. So he was able to create something off of that, and he didn't travel, and that's good.
32-37 now. Jamison looking to make it a 4-point game, and does. 33-37, 41 seconds on the clock. Here's Evan Orchnik. The backcourt versus McKenna. Orchnik across midcourt. Gives it up to Sporny. Sporny back to Orchnik. Mike McKenna all in Orchnik's face all night.
Hey, that's great. Mike McKenna's known, I said before, known for his defense. He's showing it right now. They're in a straight man. Sterling's got to not commit himself so high out there, though.
Grant Sporny working him over.
Sporny's not going to go by him with that. If he just backs off, he'll be in a better position to stop him. There's 10 seconds left.
Here's Bahar slicing in, gets called. Foul on North Penn. Bahar will step to the line. Adam Bahar, his first trip to the line tonight. Knights still down 4 here as Bahar doesn't make his first. Score still 33-37. By the way, that foul on Jay Jamison, his second of the game. First team foul of the third quarter.
As I look right now, foul shooting hasn't become a factor, but as you come down the stretch, those missed foul shots will add up for Neshaminy.
Bahar 0 for 2 at the line. Dave Hall coming down. Pistol Pete open 2, can't get it. Baldor Olsen coming down with the rebound to end the third quarter. 33-37 as we take our often watch around the Palace. Camera stops on Morley Balaji. Morley standing by.
Guys, the third quarter seemed like Neshaminy was taking the momentum early on. Now, North Penn got a little of that momentum back at the end of the third quarter. But, Khalil, referring to you on this one, do you think the Knights have to start putting in more double teams to stop in Olafson?
I wouldn't recommend with this Knight team double teams for the fact that they're not getting back behind the ball. They need to get below the ball, and because Olafson's killing them on the boards, getting those easy putbacks. A double team would just keep that wide open. They need to stay straight man and good position defense.
Well, Joe, it seems like whenever this guy gets the ball, he can't be stopped. It looks like the only thing that is stopping him is the rim.
Very true.
All right, back to you guys.
Very true, Morley.
Well spoken.
Well spoken.
Of course, Morley showing his skills out there on Thanksgiving Day with the big NPTV pickup football game. outside Knapp Elementary School.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that, guys.
You did miss that. I missed it, too. I stayed in the bed way too cold for me.
Yes, it was. Ooh, I remember that.
It's all right. 33-37 as we begin the final fourth quarter. Here's Jay Jamison, open three.
That's a nice shot for Jay, in that it is Jay and he is a three-point shooter, but he's more of a set shooter. He doesn't like coming off those picks and having guys flying at him, shooting those threes. His percentage will go up if he gets those open looks.
Here comes Orchnik on the fast break. Oh, on Allison. Allison.
Good stuff. Good
by
stuff.
Hall.
Second of the night. Excellent.
Dave Hall coming up. Dave Hall all night, the only man who's gone face-to-face with Baldur Allison.
He is slaying the giant. Mere case of David and Goliath.
David and Goliath.
Boy, are David and Goliath.
There's Grant Scorney putting it back in. 39-33. Neshaminy. Jamison across. Back to Christopa. Knight still working the slow offense. Outside McNeil. McNeil driving in, driving. Can't get the shot to drop. Offensive foul. Call on Sterling McNeil.
Good thought. Good thought by Sterling. Just stay under control. He didn't see his defender slide right in front of him and draw that charge. It was a good call by the officials. That was an offensive foul.
Knights down 6, 33-39. Bad pass. Jamison picks it up. He'll drive straight in there. Long after Christopa. Christopa does not take the
He's
three.
not on the Goliath. Not on Goliath.
Here's Dave Hall. Hall gets the pick from Sterling.
Dave.
To work around. Here's Hall. Hall back out to Christopa. Christopa stays on that side, rolling around now. Here comes Christopa. Side to side, outside to McKenna. McKenna looking. Finds McNeil at the top of the key. Now, gives it up to Jamison.
Now to make that effective, that's nice. Sterling McNeil is effective at the basket. I'd switch him with a perimeter shooter right there, and you've got a three. There's a nice shot by Mike McKenna.
Mike McKenna. 36-39 with the tray. 6:32 on the clock. Here's Olafson. Got it.
You decide not to try to dunk that one down, though.
Probably the best to just lay it in.
There you go. Stick to the basics.
Hard play there. Sterling colliding with Evan Orchnik. Push call from Sterling McNeil.
That was on Orchnik.
Was it? I'm sorry.
I believe. Yeah, he was trying to go through that pick a little too aggressive.
Anyway, Knights get the ball back. 36-41, they're down. 6:19 on the clock. Pistol Pete inbounding. Here's Big Matt over to Jamison. Jamison spinning. Looking back out to Christopa. Christopa driving it outside to McNeil. McNeil will back up, slowing it down, gives it up to McKenna. We come up just 6 minutes left to play in the game.
We've seen guys a little out of position right now. Get it set. I need Jay needs to come up and get this offense set. You're not seeing Jay do this. They're trying to free Jay up for a three. And he's resting on the left side. Just watch Jay.
Here's McKenna. Looks at the three.
McKenna's got all kind of range.
McKenna spinning around in the middle. Can't handle it, and Mike Fergus wants a timeout. Seeing some bad passing here by the Knights as they're still running that slow offense and still having a hard time.
It's not effective because Neshaminy's so great with their position work, and everything Knights do, they're countering with excellent defense. Basically, I'd say North Penn really just needs to get in the hands of their general, Jay Jamison. Let him start creating. At this point, down 5. They just really need to get on the horse and run. Here we go.
We talked to Jay Jamison before the game. If we can we go to that interview right now? Cannot go to that interview right now. Sorry about that. 36-41 is your score. 5:36 on the clock.
Jay being 2 for 7 from the 3-point line, that's not really representative of his skills out there. What's happening is he's getting rushed on those shots. I said he's most effective when he's got a nice, good look at it, and he's able to stroke that ball excellently. Give him some good picks, get the defenders off him. That percentage, 2 for 7, is going to be going up.
Here comes Orchnik. Orchnik driving up to Cass Thomas. Thomas with a 15-footer can't get it. Here comes Jamison down with it. Knights looking to capitalize on that, and Neshaminy miss. They're down 5. Jamison spins out of trouble. Pistol Pete, that's for 3. Can't get it to go. Knights can't get the rebound. Redskins come up with it. This is Olafson. I'll give it back to the Knights. Olafson calls the timeout as he found himself in trouble. Give it back. 5:17 on the clock.
That was good heads-up play. Excellent heads-up play.
Well, let's go to some player interviews earlier in the game about their new coach.
It's coming along nice. All the guys responded well, and we're playing hard for him and doing what he asked. And I think everyone's just giving their best shot, and we'll be all right.
It's adjusted quite well. I mean, with the new offense, new defense, and basically we played so much together this summer. Like, all the guys on varsity, that we just know each other real well, and then with the new offense, it just comes together more easily.
We've adjusted pretty well. He's really easy to follow instructions, and he's really a nice guy and easy to follow, and everyone really likes him.
Well, right away it took us a little while to adjust, but as the season progressed and we got a few practices in, a lot of practice time, we were able to pick up the offense quickly and the new style of defense.
There's a whole like a lot of new improvements on it. Like we're running a different offense and different defenses, and everybody's getting a chance to play. You know, so I think that's important.
Back, here's Jamison. Crossing, stops, blocked by Olafson. Ill-advised shot there as Orchnik on the fast break gets it slapped away. Back to Neshaminy, 5:01 left to play.
Good
Knights
try.
Still down 5.
Knights down 5. Good hustle by McKenna. He just needs to get on the other side of that ball handler and get that pick. He tried reaching from the right to the left side, and that just won't work. Refs are going to call that every time.
5:01 on the clock. Grant Sporny inbounding, finding Orchnik on the right side versus McKenna.
North Penn's going to have to do something differently. They're going to have to change this tide and make up this 5-point deficit with their poor field goal shooting. It's pretty possible he's getting called on the block like McKenna just did. The crowd does definitely not like that.
Of course.
Not sure about that. Mike wasn't set, but
Orchnik might have gotten away with something there.
Orchnik was the beneficiary of a good call, a poor call by the refs.
Here comes Grant Sporny. Sporny in trouble, looking, finds
Good
Cass
look.
Thomas. Thomas on the baseline, inside. Olafson got it. Nice look there by Cass Thomas.
That was a good look. Good crisp passing. Extending this lead, 7.
Sterling McNeil.
Sterling
having a hard time from outside.
Again, I'm saying Sterling, his strengths are inside. This might be his role in this offense, but I still think his strengths are from the inside.
4:25 on the clock. As I didn't say before, but Dave Hall was taken out of the game. In place, John Brooker coming back in. Here's McKenna. McKenna at the top, 4:20 on the clock. Pistol Reed driving in. Outside McKenna. McKenna on the left side. Back out to Jamison. Jamison gets the pick from Brooker, takes the shot.
There he is.
That's a 3.
There he is. That's his 3rd for the night.
39-43. Knights down 4. Even just under 4 minutes to play in the game. Evan Orchnik driving
out of control. Out of control.
Problem. Here comes Sporny.
Sterling McNeil, a little reminiscent of little Kmart out there, making a nice dive. We like the hustle.
You like that. John Brooker fighting for the
right.
rebound.
Get on the floor,
Taps
folks.
it up to Pistol.
Good
Pete.
hustle.
Gives
Good
it up
hustle.
to Jamison. Jamison slowing it down, calling the play. Gives it up to McNeil. McNeil back to Jamison. Spots him up for a 3. Can't get it to
Jay's
go.
trying to work his magic with that 3-pointer.
Not going tonight as Trent Sporny comes down with the rebound, giving it up to Evan Orchnik.
That's going to be the difference in this game. Can Jay start hitting those? Can he get his team right back?
There is never time. There is now as Neshaminy wants the timeout with 3:19 on the clock. And they are now down. They are up 4 as they were once up 7 in the 4th quarter, but Jay Jamison cutting into that lead with 1 3-pointer. The Knights really looking for answers here.
Jay's asserting himself. That's what a true leader needs to do. As a senior, he needs to assert himself, get his team right back in this. They're right here. They're just knocking at the door. It's interesting that Sporny has been hurting the Knights on the board with 9 rebounds thus far tonight. The Knights, that's a result of Knights' inability to just get that position on Sporny. Sporny isn't much bigger than these other guys out here, so I want Sterling Neal to put a body on him.
Most definitely. That's one thing the Knights have really had trouble with is their offensive rebounding. As the Redskins have just been getting it right back and taking it back, and the Knights haven't been getting down there.
Excellent. As more offensive rebounds you get, the more chances you get to score. It follows. They follow each other. Sterling's coming up a little shaken. His left knee is he's favoring it a little bit, but tough guy. He'll be out there.
Interesting move here by Coach Fergus, putting Josh Hebner in now in place of taking Mike McKenna out with 3:19 on the clock.
That move, I think, is just going to give Mike a little bit of rest so we can have him back down the stretch. Hebner's a little cold, but he's going to add some nice defense out there, which he's doing right now, even though he comes up with a foul.
In the corner here.
Foul call in the corner, yet Hebner's out there. He's going to try to pressure them well.
It's Hebner's first foul of the game.
He's got a few fouls to give. Knights have 3 to give.
Here's Jason Olensky up top. Kristopa harass.
There you go.
Olensky looking, trying to find Sporny. Can't get it into Olsen. Picked by Sterling. Here's John Brooker. Fouled. He'll go to the strike. John Brooker on the fast break getting fouled there. 39-43, can cut into this by 2 by making both his shots at the line. 3:03 on the clock.
John Brooker Jr. stepping up his game tonight. Playing some nice solid minutes for Fergus tonight and doing a good job at it.
Looking for his second. Could cut the lead to 2,
That's
and he
right.
does. North Penn has cut easily into this Neshaminy lead.
Key free throws right there.
Very key. We might look back those in the end of the game and say, you know.
Those few Neshaminy missed earlier, they might come back to haunt him this game.
Here's Jamison and Thomas over. Back over to Bahar. Here's Orchnik at top versus Hebner.
That's good. You see Brooker, he's fronting Olsen.
Orchnik spinning out of trouble, loses the ball, picked up. Costly turnover there by Neshaminy. Orchnik couldn't handle his own dribble. Here's Jamison, want to slow it down, call the play. The Knights could tie it up or take the lead here. Costly turnover by the Redskins.
The Knights are in the driving seat right now. They can slow it up, run their style of basketball. We're seeing this nice weave and backdoor cutting again.
Controlling their own destiny.
Just protect this ball, guys.
Here's Jay Jamison. 2:06 on the clock. Gives it up to Hebner. Hebner gives it right back to Jamison. Jamison looking for the call.
They're going to force the issue. Might try to get a 5-second violation, but Orchnik hasn't asserted himself, hasn't stepped up yet to force this. So he's looking for that 3 off the right screen. Hasn't gotten. He's fired. Oh, ill-advised shot. I wouldn't have fired. But
Brooker
excellent way to hit the ball.
Taking it right back to the hoop. Off the glass. Got it. John Brooker with the 2 ties it up at 43. Nice move by John Brooker, being aware, getting the offensive rebound like we talked about earlier, and tying it up.
That was very good.
John Brooker making some nice plays here.
Ties up the ball game.
1:31 on the clock. We're tied at 43 in the 4th quarter. Another foul on Josh Hebner. Mike McKenna comes in.
Hebner's coming out.
As Hebner came in, made 2 costly fouls. He'll come out. Mike McKenna in his place.
Great heads-up play by Brooker out there. Let's just get this defense going. Get this defense rolling. North Penn's they're in business.
Here's Olensky.
Oh, there goes
stolen by Sterling McNeil. 1-on-1, Sterling! Got it! Sterling McNeil taking it up. Knights take the lead. Big Mac.
Excellent.
What a good time for the Mac attack.
Hey, great position defense. Got in the passing lane, got that steal. Excellent way to convert it. Come on, guys.
Thomas.
Defense.
Fouled by Brooker. Thomas will go to the line. Nine-point run by North Penn.
Excellent.
Taking the lead, 45-43.
The tide has changed here.
Cass Thomas could tie the game back up for the Redskins here if he makes both his shots at the stripe.
These are important field goals. These are important foul shots for him. They're going to need these.
The Palace is rocking.
He misses
Cass
the
Thomas
first.
misses the first.
Very key.
.103 on the clock. Thomas gets the second. 1 for 2 at the line. The Redskins are down 1, 45-41.
We had a little skirmish underneath with Brucker. Good 2 hustlers down there. North Penn has the ball. Less than a minute to go, up by 1.
56 seconds exactly, Khalil, as the Knights call a timeout. As they could hold for final possession and take the lead.
That's what they're going to do. Look for the first 20 seconds. We're going to see what North Penn does, but I believe they're going to try to bring this game to an end. Time gets too low, Neshaminy going to have to start fouling.
This was probably the best transition we've seen here. As the fourth quarter, the Knights really stepped up after a flat third quarter, and the Neshaminy Redskins just taking the lead and playing just hard ball against them underneath. But we saw what they needed to improve on. Sterling got down low. He made some crucial shots. John Brooker, of course, making those 2 shots at the line, tying it up, and then Sterling taking the lead.
Plus that layup underneath the basket, that heads-up play made by Brooker.
Real nice.
Doing a great job out there.
Taking the place, Jay Jamison wasn't able to make his outside shot.
There you go. They're going to have to do it from inside because they're not giving Jay those looks he needs to bring up that 3. We'll see what goes on. Neshaminy has 3 fouls to give at this point before we're shooting. Look for them to foul. Look for them to foul to stop this clock. But North Penn just going to have to protect the ball.
52 seconds left to play. North Penn's up 1, 45-44.
Let's get this ball in. First order of business. There you go.
Here's Sterling.
They're going to double team. There's the foul I was looking for. 2 more to get.
Neshaminy had a foul to give. They'll give it back to North Penn.
It's the 3rd foul, number 22.
Here's Sterling again, gets it out to Christopher.
Look for this foul, look for this foul.
Top.
This is 4th foul. Neshaminy still got 1 foul to give before we're shooting.
Trying to keep as much time on the clock as possible. As North Penn will try again. Here's Pete Christopher inbound.
This is in the benefit for North Penn. They just need to protect the ball. They'll be fouling.
Here's Bahar. That's Neshaminy's last foul.
We're shooting a 1-1 now, folks. North Penn's in the bonus.
.42 seconds left on the clock. A barn burner at the Palace. Sterling McNeil will shoot the 1-and-1.
You got a little confusion with the number of fouls. They've corrected it now. They're now over the limit. Neshaminy's now over the limit, and we're shooting 1-on-1.
So that last foul by number 22, Adam Bahar, was not their last one, but they put them over. So Sterling McNeil goes to the line. Number 14, Jason Olensky, checking back in for the Redskins.
They're getting it straight now. North Penn has 6 team fouls. Neshaminy 7th, putting North Penn on the line. Come on, Sterling McNeil.
Bahar, crucial free throws here. If he can make them.
Bahar leaves with 7 points to the Neshaminy cause. But Sterling needs these. Excellent.
Sterling dropping.
Good experience for this team. A close game coming down to the wire. Excellent experience. Play them good for the playoffs.
Sterling again.
There it is. Come on, Sterling.
Can't get it to drop. That'll put the lead at 2. Redskins can tie it up on this possession or possibly take the lead on 3.
Look for Orchnick to take this shot. Or the big man down low. Up, there he goes.
Here comes Orchnick.
He's out of control. They need to call that offense. Oh, they call a block. They call a block. Mike Hauser wasn't planted, but Orchnik definitely was out of control on that one. He didn't even see the basket.
Redskins, I mean, the refs have been off all day on that same call.
He's really lucking out, but you just try to get your feet planted and do a little bit of acting, and that's an offensive foul.
This could really hurt the Knights here. If Orchnik makes both his free throws, could tie it up with 30 seconds on the clock.
These are important.
Evan Orchnik got the first. Looking to tie it up on this free throw.
Jay Jameson has a few words for Orchnik on that one. Maybe take him out of the game a little bit.
Orchnik, both. Redskins tied up. It's 46-46, folks. 30 seconds on the clock.
Jay Jameson has experience under this kind of pressure. Game's on the line. It's important. Let's see these juniors step up.
Evan Orchnik getting a piece of it, tapping it out, give it back to North Penn.
We need somebody to attack. I'm surprised Dave Hall's in here to get them to that basket. Someone's got a free. All right, guys. Watch
17
the back
seconds
shortcut.
on the clock. Here's
right.
Sterling.
Sterling. He's looking.
Stopping. Finds outside, and the Knights want to talk about it. Not finding the play they want. 11 seconds on the clock. We are tied at 46. What's Fergus talking about?
Fergus wants the ball into Jay Jameson's hand. He's the ball handler. He can create something for him in this game right now. Sterling had it up top, not as comfortable position he's in. Good smart move to call timeout.
Do the Knights hold for final shot?
Knights should hold on this final shot. Up to this point, we've had a 40-60 field goal percentage, Knights to Neshaminy. Had that field goal percentage been a little higher, we might just have this game in the bag. Right now, it's just going to come down to the wire. Jay Jameson taking control.
Neshaminy in the fourth quarter going 6 for 30 right now.
All right, this is the point they've all been playing for, the end of the game. Who will take the ball?
Like we said, after last season, I'm not really used to this going down to the wire kind of thing.
Going down the wire. You know, it happened against PW, came down the wire. Jay had the ball. He knows what to do under this pressure.
Usually around this time, you're up 30 points and you're putting Khalil in the game.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
Good stuff. Here comes Mike Hauser.
Thanks, that's great.
Inbounding to McKenna.
All right, Mike.
McKenna.
There goes Jay.
Outside, Jameson baseline. Got it! Nice shot. 3 seconds on the clock. Knights are up 2, and the Neshaminy will get the ball back. Jay Jameson, you told him, the ball handler got him in his hands, and he made the crucial shot.
He's the man to be right now. Excellent. Took the baseline. Baseline's been weak for Neshaminy all night. Jay Jameson capitalizes it.
Crucial shot. Jay Jameson putting it in his hands. The general.
Hey.
The leader of this team.
He knows what to do with the ball.
48-46 now, North Penn. Big game, man. What do you think the Redskins coaches are saying right now? 1.9 seconds on the clock.
Hey, my predictions, Orchnik with the ball. Hope he'll be the one to take a shot. If not, if they have the inside look, Olafson look for that easy put in. But they only got 1.9 seconds. It's going to be, whatever it is, it's going to be really quick. You got a nice, they're designing their play right now. Look for Orchnik.
It's definitely not ball door slam.
I don't think so. I'm seeing Orchnik.
Evan Orchnik, the 48-46, 1.9 seconds on the clock at the Palace.
And this is key. Oh boy, they've got it under the North Penn basket. This is going to be a full court. You're looking for a full court pass. You got to front the big man in the middle. This is tough. This is really tough for Neshaminy. I don't see how they can do this. I don't see it. No, it's over.
Gets it in.
It's over. Game over.
And it's tapped away. Game over. Knights win. What a game, Khalil.
Hey, it came right down to the wire. Jay stepped up. He is the leader of this team, and he needs to assert himself, and he did tonight, and they've come out victorious.
This was probably one of the most exciting games I've seen here at the Palace in a while. Really coming down to the wire. And we saw the Knights, after they fuddled in the third quarter, coming back in the fourth quarter and really proving to be the better team.
Good hard play. Good hard play. North Penn happy to come out with a W.
As you were saying earlier, they could have gotten intimidated by this team. This team is big. This team has got some real players on it, but they stepped up at the end and they got it.
Hey, this is a proving game for North Penn. Can North Penn play with a big man inside? And yes, they can.
48-46, your final score. And can we throw it right now to Morley Balaji, who has got an exclusive interview with a star of this game, Jay Jamison.
And right on, JB, the star of the game, Jay Jamison, making the crucial point that won the game. Jay, obviously this is an emotional win. It was a great win for you guys. As far as where you need to be, do you think there's still some work that needs to be done, or do you think you guys are pretty close to tip-top position?
We got a lot of work to do. Tonight we beat a good team in Neshaminy, but we're still a long ways away from where we're going to be at the end of the season.
Okay, thanks a lot, Jay. Congratulations. Okay, JB and Kmart, I guess it's back to you.
Thanks a lot, Morley. We're back. The big win, North Penn winning 48-46. Jay Jamison, our NPTV player of the game.
Excellent. This is an upcoming player. This guy knows how to play under pressure. He kept his cool, went at the weakness of Neshaminy, and came out victorious. Excellent for the Knights.
A barn burner at the Palace, the Knights.
We can't ask for anything better than this.
No, you can't. No, you
great.
can't, big man. All you can ask for is Kmart coming out at the end and stealing the game.
This is great. This is North Penn basketball.
This is North Penn basketball. It's good. The home opener of North Penn basketball, a good one. Mike Fergus making his move here at the Palace. A good win here. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
You don't need algebra, geometry, and calculus to get this job. Now, if that doesn't convince you to take math courses, I don't know what will. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
Drown your campfires with water, then stir and drown again.
We count on you to do what Smokey says.
Only you can prevent forest fires.